Welcome. It's National Chardonnay Day. We're here in the Livermore Valley at Wente Vineyards, beautiful property located amongst the vineyards and celebrating Chardonnay Day. I'd like to acknowledge our fans behind us who are our neighbors who love Chardonnay, and also acknowledge our folks that are coming in live and watching this Chardonnay toast. So I'm Carolyn Wente, CEO and fourth generation wine grower here in the Livermore Valley at Wente Vineyards. And my favorite Chardonnay is the glass in my hand, which is our Morning Fog Chardonnay. It's grown here in our estate vineyards. It's got this beautiful ripe apple character, hint of citrus, little bit of vanilla, oak characteristic, and great balance. And we've got some other family members who are going to introduce themselves.
I'm Christine Wente, fifth generation wine grower, and I'm enjoying our Riva Ranch Chardonnay, which is estate grown from our vineyards in Arroyo Seco, Monterey, part of the Central Coast. We're here in the Livermore Valley. Carolyn Chardonnay, estate grown here in the Livermore Valley. Mine down in Arroyo Seco. Beautiful, cheers. And it's all about the toast today.
Well, good afternoon. I'm Eric Wente, and also a fourth generation wine grower. And I'm enjoying a glass of what's called Eric's Chardonnay. And so as you might expect, I had a little bit of opinion about how one should make this wine. And so this is a small lot wine from our tasting room that has no barrel age and has been only stainless fermented and then bottled immediately in March. So very refreshing Chardonnay.
So why are we celebrating Chardonnay Day? Well, because it is such a rich part of our family's history and tradition. We're celebrating our 130th vintage as a winemaking family. And Chardonnay has been an integral part of everything that we do. My grandfather graduated from the first class at the University of California at Davis in 1912, and he had a professor there whose name was Professor Bonnet from France, and he got cuttings from France in the Montpellier nursery, gave them to my grandfather, who planted them here in our Livermore Valley vineyards. From there, my grandfather would walk the vineyards, look for the really healthy vines and those that had exceptional fruit flavors during that harvest time that he would taste. He'd tag them, tie a little ribbon on that vine, and so when winter time comes around, he'd take a cutting from them to increase that vineyard block, plant that cutting, and continue to grow it. So fast forward, there's over 100,000 acres of Chardonnay planted in California today, and over 70% of those are planted to what is the Wente clone grown that originated here in the Livermore Valley. And the other thing I would say about my grandfather and great uncle Herman is that they first varietally labeled Chardonnay back in 1936. So as you can see, a very rich history with Chardonnay. And I know you two have lots of trivia facts you can throw out as well.
Well, it's fun to be celebrating 100 years plus of Chardonnay from 1912 straight through, helping us celebrate 130 years as the oldest continuously family-owned and operated winery in California. So another reason to toast National Chardonnay Day.
Woo-hoo.
Cheers to Chardonnay.
Cheers.
So then in the trivia questions, California produces a quarter of all the Chardonnay in the world. So if you think that Chardonnay is something that we're all familiar with in California, now you know why.
And another trivia fact is that we not only have the Wente clone here in California, but it's also grown in Chile, in Australia, Argentina. It's found throughout the world. So we're very proud of that rich history and glad to have that Chardonnay connection. And so Eric's going to lead us in a toast.
And before we do that, though, we hope that everyone here and everyone watching will join the conversation, post on Facebook, tweet our hashtags Chardday and Wente Chard.
Well, then I hope everybody all around the world, if this is going that far, has a nice glass of Chardonnay. And hopefully it's California Chardonnay and Wente Chardonnay, but in any event, Chardonnay. Today is Chardonnay Day, so with a glass of Chardonnay, let's have a toast to the wonderful weather today, and then to the wonderful group of people that is here today, and then to however and wherever and whomever started out Chardonnay before it got here to California. And then we have a
Good
pretty clear idea of Chardonnay once it arrived here. So here's to Chardonnay.
Cheers.